Hello everybody, my name is Kirito and welcome to Kirito Let's Play Apollo Justice Ace Attorney.
Eh? You've got to be kidding me.
Well, I was going to try it out. And along with me is my beautiful fiance Ellen, aka Rukia. And today we're gonna try out one of the episodes. So without further ado, let's get to it. First we're gonna try is the episode 1, Turnabout Trump.
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry if you guys didn't have any sound. What's this? Showdown. Who is this man? Few bucks. Sorry, bad voice acting. Oh crap! I didn't know there was like phone calls. It seems to be in a bit of a trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that? Oh jeez. I can't believe what the text just said.
April 20th, 7:39 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby No 3.
It means number 3, babe.
Oh, excuse me.
Just let me help. Panic. Palms sweating. I can admit, I'm nervous. Ah, good morning. Whoa, who's this?
Good morning, sir.
You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight?
It's Korsakis? I don't even know if I can...
Christoph.
You picked a weird name.
What, wound up, sir? No, I'm loose. I'm fine. That screeching noise. Is that your voice? I suppose it's to be expected. Your first trial is a homicide, I guess justice doesn't start small, huh? I'm fine! I got up at 5 a.m. to do my Chords of Steel voice workout. I'm fine! Ah, that explains it. I did detect a certain ripening quality at your screech. I overdid it again.
Yes, you did, Apollo. Yes, you did.
As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down, if you get my drift. Drift gotten, sir. I'm all over that drift. As it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder. We can't let this case fall through. Yes, I'm fine, sir. One more thing. Don't say you're fine quite so much. People might take you the wrong way. Go. I'll be preparing our case. You might want to introduce yourself to your client. Okay, I wonder who's this gonna be.
My name is Apollo Justice.
If it isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney. And today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything, you baka. The defendant has been accused of murder. My boss wanted to help him out, of course, and so do I. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him. No way. Whoa! Huh? Good, morning. Morning. It's all up to you today. First trial. Nervous. Meeting him? Cardiac arrest.
I think that's cardiac arrest, babe.
Well, excuse me, princess. I think I'm supposed to say something. Help! So, you're fine. I'm fine. Mr. Fine, is it?
Oh, Jesus.
I did remember you're having an odd name. Oh my god.
He's named after a god, after all, Apollo.
Well, yeah. Well, we're off to the great start. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me? Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney, and he's your friend, so why? You'll see.
I don't like where this is going.
You can do it. Be confident. I'm really sorry this happens to you. I mean, it's time, shall we? Yes, sir! Okay, I need to focus. First trial, here comes justice.
April 20th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2.
The court is known as such. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Defendant is ready, Your Honor. Hold on, mind going blank. Don't panic. Too late. Your name was Mr. Justice, and this is your first trial. Yes, Your Honor, but I'm fine, really. Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. Mr. Gavin? Yes, Your Honor? I was under the impression that you would be heading up this case. That was my intention, yes. However, the defense attorney must always,
I think it's to see to his client's wishes?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I think I said that word.
I think you said it correctly, babe. And my client specifically requested Mr. Justice. Well, of course he wants justice. I swear. But to entrust his case to his greenhorn, why? I do not exaggerate when I say that you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin. Okay, so Gavin's got trial experience, fine. But does he have cords of steel? Then let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom.
I'm cringing so hard.
This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances. Long time no see, Mr. Wright. Let's put it past behind us, shall we? These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player. Mr. Wright? How could this happen? I won't speak it further then. If the prosecution would be so kind to explain the charges, Mr. Payne.
To think I saw you entering this room a freshly attorney, and now I see you leave in chains?
Winston Payne. Subtle as ever, I see.
Ahem. The crime occurred at the Bushcott Bowl Club, a Russian restaurant. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and he hit him wham on the head. Whack! Kill him cold.
A customer at the restaurant, you say? And the defendant, you say he was?
The pianist for the club, it seems.
Phoenix Wright, a pianist?
This is the weapon that took the victim's life, a bottle of grape juice.
And luckily it wasn't like an actual wine bottle.
A grape bottle juice took his life. I need to facepalm.
Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice.
The court set the deadly bottle as evidence.
What?
Something to note, Justice? All evidence is filed in the court records. Make practice of check it frequently. The record? Wait, the record?
Right, I heard of that.
Use the core record button in the upper right to look at the evidence so far. Okay. Huh. At least it's empty, but no blood in it. Huh. Unfortunately, you can't zoom it, babe. Oh wait. Oh wait, you can. I think it was like this one.
Yeah. Oh, I guess that's it.
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, since we did that, I'm confident in your ability to handle this. Right. The court record button sounds like it's time for some hands-on action. So, the victim was a customer at this restaurant. But just who is this, Shoddy Smith fellow?
We believe he was a traveler, Your Honor.
A traveler?
According to his passport, he's been out of the country for a number of years. He had only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear.
And he had some sort of connection with the defendant?
That too is unclear at present, Your Honor. We believe they first met at the Pushka Bull Club on the night of the crime.
If they had only just met, then why murder? Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing?
That does appear to have been the case. No, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill. At least not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain what I mean.
Ooh.
As we can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene of a crime.
Wait a second. Isn't poker gambling? That's the crime in of it. Oh my god.
Indeed, it appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest sort of criminal. Objection!
It is true that the defendant is engaged in a game of poker with the victim. Yet it was only a game. In a pure sense of competition, Your Honor.
A competition?
Yes, a test of wits. A silent clash of passion. Only the cards, their back raised in blue flame, know its final outcome. Come again?
The cards on the table have blue backs, Your Honor. I believe that the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present and impress women.
Oh my. I mean, that will be our first order of business here then. To find out more about this fatal game of cards. Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held the night of a crime. My pleasure. This is it. My first trial. Here goes nothing. Okay. Witness testimony. The competition. I am a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interest customers over at the poker table. The room where we played and the competition there are the club's main attraction. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all, that is, a game, and our customers are happy. A pianist who can't play piano?
Better than a defense attorney who can't defend.
Oh, shut up, Payne. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, Your Honor. My first cross-examination. Don't blow it. Are you alright? You're sweating bullets.
Bullets? Where?
It's a figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds strained and raspy, too. My brain feels strained and raspy, sir. You've watched me perform a cross-examination many times. Though you never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher? What to do? Should I ask Mr. Gavin to refresh your course and... Yeah, babe, you might want to listen to this one. Better safe than sorry, especially early in the game. Yes, teach me. I know nothing. Indeed, your job, Justice, is to be mindful to the court record and the testimony. Look at the inconvenience in the testimony with what the court record tells you. When you found it in inconsistency, that's what when you press then conflict evidence from the court record. But I didn't hear any strange and all of the testimony just now. A good sign is that you need to press the witness for more information. Press him? Don't like the fact that he held a remarkable man to hold you back to get more information. But isn't Mr. Wright my client? Well, think you can do it? Yes, thank you, sir. I think I can do it. I think you better, or we're gonna have a problem. Just remember, find any inconvenience and any lies in the testimony and reveal them to the court. That is cross-examination. Learn it, know it, do it. Inconsistencies, lies, Phoenix Wright? As if Phoenix Wright will never lie. It's up to me to prove it. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Alright, here goes nothing, babe. Well, the only thing I can do now is to just press for information.
Hold it!
You can hardly play? Oh, I play sometimes, when a customer demands it. So I play them one song. That usually all they want. Was that supposed to be a boost just now? The title of pianist is a mask, a respectful face I will wear for the world at large. Then why are you really at the Bushcott Boat Club? My real job is to... Okay.
Hold it!
They pay you just to play poker? That would seem to be the case. I'm a professional, after all.
Bah! I do take a pride in that statement. It's just hard for an honest, hard-working member of society like me to imagine.
I swear, this guy is a royal pain. Get it?
Yes. Ha ha ha.
Yes, your imagination was always a bit limited, Whitson.
What?
I played poker for 7 years in that little room, and I never lost once. What? You see why customers come now? Defeat the undefeated poker champion. That's quite a draw. That is, I'm quite a draw. Wait, you never lose once? Not even one time? As I said, I'm a professional. You played poker for 7 years and not lose once? Is that even possible? No one playing. The room in the crime scene photo? Is that an attraction? That's a quite history, actually. A Bushcott Boat Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day. Black market? All in the past, things like the black market are only on the river screen nowadays. Suffice it to say that there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right there in that room. The smoky room, gambling hoods, you know? Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad. Yes, you do that, Judge. The bosses gathered around the table cutting deals safe from the eyes of the law? Meanwhile, a goose keeps watching through the small window? I can practically picture it now. That window that looks like it would be good keeping a lookout for a little. The room had a few other tricks to it, though it was common knowledge that our regulars, at any rate, they'd come to play poker in the room stepping in history. Despite the darkest past, it was all just good, clean fun.
Hold it!
2 decks of cards? The simple measure prevents cheating. If you were altered 2 decks, no one can flip in cards. There's something else I noticed. In addition to sitting on the floor, precisely, cards on the table, cards on the floor, each one forming a complete deck.
A crime painted blue by the sad sweep of cards. It's poetic, really. Accidentally, we use 2 types of cards in the club. One uses
Red, the other blue. As I recall in poker, you make 5 cards hand. I can see now how it's easy to treat. Yes, a game of hands. This competition you were talking about, I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently. That's right! It was a simple game after all. Are you sure? Huh? People are murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you were in the room at the very moment that crime occurred.
Yeah, you claim no connection to the crime.
Now that's strange.
What's strange?
I was testifying about the competition that night, asking me about the crime at the point is against the rules, Your Honor.
Of course, I would expect a cry of objection from the defense.
Objection!
What? Oh, I completely let that one slip by. Don't despair yet, Justice. Sir? Right, there's something I'd like to make clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand, and I'd like to hear from you.
Sure, why not? Very well. The defendant will amend his testimony. Just one little press. And I've got myself a whole new testimony. I plead silence regardless of the murder, but I will say never touch the murder weapon. Silence? The defendant has the right to refuse to testify. I haven't forgotten everything about the law. But why? That clearly puts you at a disadvantage. And it's your job to turn that around in your favor, yes? Great. Like I didn't have enough to do already. Justice, didn't you check anything odd about that testimony? Huh? Wait, something like you said rings a little bit strange. Just one thing. Now, what was it? When you figure it out, I suggested presenting evidence. Evidence that contradicts the testimony. A contradiction? In Mr. Wright's testimony? But why? I better check my court records. I can't imagine Mr. Wright lying in a testimony.
No, you have to say it your version.
Isn't it a little early to be jumping to conclusions? This is your first cross-examination. Take it slow.
That's not how he says, but why? He says it every time I ask him this question.
Babe, I had to intimidate his voice, okay?
I know, but I like it better when you do this. Hey, babe, can I eat you?
Why?
No, you don't, but why?
If you need more information, don't forget to crush. Right, I got it. I'm fine.
Stop saying you're fine, dang it.
Time to listen to that testimony again. Okay, now must be this bottle, so... Objection!
Are you trying to scare me half to freaking death?
Maybe. So, you say you didn't touch the murder weapon? This grape juice bottle, right? So I said. Something the matter, Mr. Justice?
Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb.
What's this, Mr. Payne?
I examined the bottle in question, you see. and it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints.
No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine. I'm sorry. I like when Apollo says, objection! I'm like, oh my god.
This is gonna be a long game, folks.
Excess yelling can damage the judge's ears in our case.
But what about my cords of steel? Anyway, what's so strange about the fingerprints on the bottle in the restaurant?
Well, that's true. The prints... Ugh. Jeez, Mr. Payne. Cut in the judge, why don't you?
Oh, they wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints.
Huh?
But the fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down.
Upside down? What does that mean?
It means he was holding the bottle inverted. And there can be only one reason for that.
And that is?
Yes. To bring someone with the bottle. Ah!
Mr. Gavin, I think things just took a turn for the worse. Oh, I see no problem, Mr. Justice.
Huh?
No, wait, let me say this again.
Huh?
The only thing that matters is the truth. There is a good reason for everything, isn't it? Defendant, can you explain your fingerprint on this bottle to the court? I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder.
He pleads the fifth! He pleads the fifth! He pleads the fifth!
For now.
Oh.
Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case.
I'm sure he's uncooperative because he was hiding something. There must be some reason.
Objection! Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something. And what that might be, Mr. Gavin? On the night of a crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police? Reported?
Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright. But still, that...
Really?
Yes, well, according to the case file, the murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone.
Near the scene?
Let's take a look at the diagram of a murder scene, shall we?
Huh. Well, this is what it is.
The victim was murdered in a small room in the basement 2 floors down from ground level. Of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down. The defendant used the stairs in the hallway to go above ground. The call came from the first floor of the restaurant.
I see. And this is a cell phone that made the call?
The defendant could have just fled the scene of crime if he so chose. Yet he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he is being uncooperative? Nice save, Mr. Gavin. I'd better not waste time. I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being.
Toyed? I assure you, no one is more serious about.
What was it you said? The defendant was in the room in the very moment that crime occurred? How can you possibly know this?
That's a good question. How indeed?
The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has decisive witness.
You're as good as they say you are.
So, someone else was in the room the night of a crime. This must mean they witnessed the crime. Everything up till now has been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready?
Very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand.
Oh wow. The witness will state her name and preservation or profession.
Oh, hold up, just one moment. Where is the witness?
I assume that she's been frightened by the defense's demonic looking horns. So I use a little hair gel. Relax, people.
Have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, this court will cut them off.
You sure?
I swear on my gavel. Please, come out.
Isn't violence against hair a crime, Your Honor?
Well, if you're sure it is okay.
Now, the prosecution... wait a minute. What's the prosecution care to explain the witness,
Paraphernalia.
paraphernalia?
Yes. She is professional, Your Honor. Those are merely the tools of her trade.
And that would be...
My name is... Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I am going to butcher this,
Here,
people.
let me say it for you. Her name is Olga Orley, or in this case, Olga O'Reilly. Like, it's almost sounded Russian.
Gotcha.
Here you go, babe.
I was an employee as a waitress in the Borscher Bulk restaurant. Sorry.
Remember, it's Russian.
I don't speak Russian!
Then why the camera?
Of course it is my pride to serve Broshka. That is a naming restaurant. But I also perform, how I say, other services.
I take it one of these other services is taking the customer's pictures. Oh
Ding ding! Like for example, this one.
It's Da.
Oh, I gotta go feed the children.
That's the defendant.
Indeed, on the night of the murder.
The man in white is the one who...
Indeed, that's the victim.
So sorry about that, everyone. Sorry.
This is quite a piece of evidence that who casually dropped into our lift or lap.
Same thing as a drop code. So the bush got a laptop of customers casually.
Then the court will casually accept this new evidence.
Okay, we got all... Excuse me. How's today? I just say there.
Now, witness, where were you at the time of the murder?
I was in a room, the hideout we call it.
Excuse me, the hideout?
It is the room where famous gangster bad guy was arrested. It's the room where murder took place.
What?
You look utterly surprised. It is lovely. I will post this by courtroom door later for you. Da. Photos with number and you will write which one you want a copy of.
So there were 3 people in the courtroom at the time of the crime. The victim, Johnny Smith, Mr. Wright, and Orley, our witness. And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means... Very well, witness. You will testify to the court about the night of the events. Okay, now the witness testimony, the fateful night.
That night, a customer asked me to deal cards for a game. It was cold. Both players play with hats on. Da.
I hate Russian.
The victim he played the whole time with his hand on the lock of his neck. The last time he was dead, the something terrible was happening. That man screwed the victim and strangled him to death.
Strangled? Excuse me?
Incidentally, who won the game?
Isn't obvious? The victim was the victim, Mr. Smith.
Objection!
That's ridiculous. Because Mr. Wright can't lose.
Ahem, Justice. Maybe you could come up with more legitimate objections.
But he had to lose even 7 years. Take it from me, kid. I didn't lose a case my first 7 years as prosecution either. Oh, please. You just lost 7 years and you just lost to Phoenix Wright. Multiple times, actually. Incidentally, I have some evidence here. These are the poker chips as they lay in the very moment of the crime. The hand and the chips on this side belongs to defendant, Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith.
Chips, you say?
Yes! I'm so surprised he said it. Imagine that poker is war. Your hand is your army, and the chips are the spoils.
I know that. After all, in my youth, I'm known as the poker head of courtroom number 3.
Not that kind, Mr. Judge.
I think he means poker face.
Thank you. At least someone understands.
Look at this picture. It does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table. Very well. The defendant may cross-examine the witness.
Alright.
Okay, that's obvious.
Let's go, both players were playing with hats on. The victim he plays the whole time with his hand on the lock of his neck.
Wait a minute. Aha! There was no lock on his neck. Okay, let's...
Won't do anything, babe.
Crap.
Babe, stop! You tried that already.
Sorry.
Maybe press? I don't freaking know.
His locket?
I believe it was a good luck charm, Doc. He gripped it many times as he played that night.
Yeah, he must have felt as though it might carry him to the moon and the stars.
Oh my god, Josh. Why?
Though, if it were small enough to fit around his neck, it would.
The defense would like a clarification of the locket we're talking about. I mean, depending in the picture, in a right, not a rocket.
Of course I knew that. It was probably dependent. Shaped like a rocket, that's why she called it that.
God damn it! No, a locket. It's considered bad. Oh my god. So what happened next?
Then last turn is done, but something terrible has happened, Doc.
Something terrible.
The defense will refrain from needless shouting.
Sorry. You should seriously reconsider this local training thing. Now, Mr. Orley, can you tell us what happened?
Oh, I was so frightened, Doc. I trembled with fear. That man flew at the victim and strangled him to death.
The defendant would never do such a thing.
Well, no, I can't say I've ever heard the defense try this tactic.
If possible, please refrain from embarrassing me. Aw, come on!
Still, why would everyone do something like this over the game of poker?
Perhaps it is because the defendant has lost the game?
Yes, a constant defeat for a man a defeat. So it's always with men like him. Winners make sore losers. Oh, how the mighty fall.
Okay, so... Sorry.
That night the customer asked me to deal games for a card. It was cold. Both players played with hats on, Doc. The victim, he plays this whole time with sun.
Oh wait, there we go. Crap. I could have sworn it was this one.
No, go back. No. Oh my god. I think it's this. It could be bad.
Alright, well. I'm cheating. I'm just trying to go through the YouTube thing.
No, you have to figure it out yourself.
I was going to check and see if there's any messages on Facebook
That isn't Facebook, that's YouTube, dummy.
or YouTube, whatever. Alright. Oh, blood force trauma. Okay, here we go. Crime record. Oh, really? Strangled, you say? That's odd.
Yeah, no Cosmos only Shoka Brushkat.
No, I mean, this report shows that the victim died of a blow to the head. Miss Orley, really now? Did you witness the crime? Ooh, nice head. Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He was still wearing his hat and everything.
Yeah, it is a fact that he was hit, Your Honor.
Oh.
Here's a photo that took of the victim of his hat off during our investigation.
Well, that's quite shocking, isn't it? The head certainly was hit.
But I've seen it happen.
The defendant, he lunged at the victim, his neck.
Oh, really, Miss Orley? I think I've caught you in your own lie this time. Justice, I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this through once more.
What do you mean? I found the contradiction.
There is one thing in her testimony that troubles me.
Very well. It seems we should continue the cross-examination.
Oh, come on! There's such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead. Let's stop beating it. There's such a thing as thinking aloud too much, too. Okay. Let's see. Okay, after the defendant tried to strangle the victim, he hit him with a bottle. You didn't say anything about hitting before?
So sorry, I must be forgetting this.
Witness, you will take greater care with your testimony.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
And that clears up with the autopsy report, I believe. The defendant may struggle with his victim, then changes his mind and chose a simpler blunt means to do the job. Yes, that sums it up nicely.
So he strangled him, then hit him? Something's fishy about this. Okay, so... Okay, so let me look at some of the evidence closely. Crap, I didn't mean to press anything. Sorry, I didn't mean to press that. Okay, there we go. You know, there was one curious part in her testimony, just like Mr. Gavin said. But what does it mean?
Mr. Justice, why are you going to explain what it is you're thinking so intensely about?
Recall the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with his hand on locket at his neck, I believe she said. I hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness' grammar. No, but look at this photograph. Do you see the locket on the victim's neck? Well done, Mr. Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you would be able to handle this. But what does it mean?
If we were to believe this witness testimony as is, then the locket disappeared
following the victim's plan. The lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor. That's quite simple when you think about it. If the locket is gone, someone must have taken it off, no? Taken it off? Wait, you don't mean the defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. It was taken off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it? Defendant! What do you have to say to this? Sir. Yes? I just noticed this, but you have something hanging around your neck, don't you? Oh, you mean this? Yes, it's a locket with a photograph inside. A photo of my daughter. Come again? Mr. Wright, you have a daughter?
We confirm it at the time of the arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter.
So Mr. Wright has a locket too. Why don't I buy that? This is just a coincidence. Well now, if the results of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game.
Further testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear that the defendant lost badly.
Miss Orley, you will witness to the court about the game played between the victim and defendant. Serious competition.
The game began with 300,000 points and chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning, it was the victim. For the last hand, defendant played with all the chips on the table and loses. The moment the last was decided, defendant grabbed the bottle from the table and...
Indeed, looking at this picture, it does seem to be one-sided game.
As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow.
How many times have I heard these words? I've done it in a fit of anger. A common tale, but true. Methinks the judge watches too many old court movies. Mr. Wright, he said he has to lose in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong. Alright. Let me press some of it before... Are those usually starting point? Were they any special rules to?
Yeah. I know.
Don't worry about it. No, not special. Usual game, usual rules. If each man begins with 3,500 points, then the total would be, exactly 7,000 points. Please, this isn't calculus. It's not even long division.
House chips come in two sizes, small and large.
Yes, we have to. Russia.
Yeah, I've been playing before and it was a game, not gambling. Harder partnership for capitalism to understand. Two types of chips, 100 points and 10,000 point chips. It's not money, Doc.
Justice, sir, don't you find her comments interesting? In more ways than one, sir. I have to add her testimony myself. Well, does the defendant want... Well, might as well, yeah. Yes, I do think this deserves further... Scrutiny, was it?
I think it's scrutiny.
Added to the testimony. I wish I knew where I was going with this. Very well, witness, if you would be so kind.
Your Honor. One kind of chip is worth 100 points, another kind is worth 10,000 points. 2 kinds in all.
Hold on, let me try to say this real quick. Cause I have a hunch this photo might work. Objection! Haha, so I was right. You sure it was a victim who won? Obviously sure. It seems our new attorney is a bit confused. A glance at the picture is enough to tell you who won, if you're not in kindergarten. Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court? Of course, Your Honor. In the photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points? Why, the big one, of course. Duh! No. Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up. The totals? Mm-hmm. Let's review what the witness told us. Each man starts with 3,500 points in chips, and the combined total value of the chips was 7,000 points.
Yes, if my calculations are correct, let's say 3 plus 1 carry to 5.
There are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo allegedly shows all the chips. If the big chip's worth 1,000 and the small chip's worth 100, and you add them up, how much is it? Would yourself, you aren't in kindergarten, aren't you? Strike that one. 10,060 points. The chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness testimony. But why? How could this be? Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why. Right. There is one possible explanation why this contradicts.
The chip count was wrong?
Hold on, let me say this again. So no to that. Well, they're both right. Each man plays with 35 points. If the all chips are indeed shown in this photograph, then there could be only one answer. Well, what is it? The value of the chip. That was other way around. What? Wanna know why I think? The small chips are worth 1,000 points, not the big ones. Madness! Utter madness!
Show me that photograph on the chips again. There are 6 small chips and 10 large chips. Why? The odds make 7,000 points when you add them up.
Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself. Well, I'm glad I was the one who said it. But wait! The value of chips may be different, but that changes nothing!
Indeed, the victim did have a large chip still.
Exactly. If the small chips are 1,000 points and the large chips are small, let's do a little math. Add up to the points for each side of the table.
The victim, Mr. Smith, had 41 points?
Well now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all. That's impossible! my client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning.
Yeah!
Now, Miss Orley, you must have known the true value of the chips since you were there at the scene of the crime, weren't you? Let's catch again.
Order! Order! It appears that the defendant has lost his motive. And Mr. Wright supposed to be defeated never happened. We must...
Hold it! Whoa, she said it?
Excuse me? What is it, Miss Orley?
I do not want to be saying this, but actually, you see,
See what, Miss Orley? What did you see?
in the last hand, there was cheat.
Cheat? You don't mean a trick?
Wait, or do you mean a scam?
They're all the same thing. Oh my god.
Yes, there was cheat in last hand. That's why game ends with the chip off as they are.
Great. Just great. First we have lying, now cheating? Well, this case certainly has taken a turn. For the interesting.
Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about the cheating in the final hand.
The final hand.
The last hand, both men had full house. There is 4 of each card in deck, from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment, game becomes argument. The defendant's trick was exposed. He took a bottle in hand. Poor Mr. Smith.
Miss Orley, why did you not tell us the core about this from the very beginning? I thought I smelled a cover-up. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers.
The full house is very high scoring hand. Not easy to make in my experience.
That alone is enough to let suspect less than scrupulous tactic.
Mr. Gavin, what's a full house?
Lawyers these days, you don't know your poker.
I can't say these bods well for your case or career.
What is this? Some kind of a secret court poker ring? Justice, you know the terms 1 pair, 2 pair, and 3 of a kind, yes? Yeah, no problem. 2 cards have the same number makes a pair, and 3 makes a 3 of a kind. Good. Now picture a hand with 1 pair and 1 3 of a kind. That's a full house. That doesn't sound very easy to make, does it? You can see each player's hands is in the photo. Wow, they both have full houses. We forget there is an easy... Huh.
Who ever thought of a professional conman losing when they cheat?
Alright. We need to press start before we're gonna do something more fishy.
Sorry.
The fake ace?
Alright. Sorry with all the save spots. That is suspicious.
Haha! It appears the witness is mistaken.
Mistaken? But my name?
Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in the testimony.
That's the photo of a chip, is it not? Justice, perhaps you ought to point. In other words, use your finger to point out your point.
Miss Orley, in your testimony, you made the...
Sacrifice 3 monsters in order to, summon a god card?
Yes, you had to sacrifice 3.
That's what I thought, okay.
I'm so sorry about that, everyone. So, Miss Orley, in your testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand 3A.
Well... Objection! Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also has 2 aces in hand. Where is the 5th ace? I see cheating, alright, and it's going on right here in this courtroom.
2 aces in each player does make hardly prove cheating.
Oh, please. It is true. I have him. It's with ace. The worst tree, I swear to you.
That's odd. She must be lying. Yet, she is the most sincere I've seen her in all day. You're right to trust your instincts. Miss Gavin? Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion.
What that might be, Mr. Gavin.
If you don't mind, perhaps that we might examine the actual cards.
The cards?
Mr. Payne? Yes? The players and that night set aside the evidence warrant they not. The defense will like to request that the cards be shown to the court.
Very well, the prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine?
Okay, so... Okay, so... Alright.
If you can summon an obelisk, but again, you have to sacrifice 3 freaking monsters in order to do that shit.
Alright. Okay, let's beat the defendant's hand. Aha! What?
Unless the police would probably not even let me own it.
Your Honor, look at this. One of the victim's hands. The bag has a different color.
That's impossible!
Your Honor.
Mr. Gavin, yes?
Tell me, what is the easiest way to trick a poker?
To cheat?
I tell you, one merely needs a friend. A comrade, shall we say. The dealer. Wait, so you mean this witness, Miss Orley? She's the cheater. A professional, I will say.
Order! Order!
Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of her. Of her mistake. Your Honor, please recall to the testimony we just heard. That's impossible. But I put that card in Mr. Wright's hand. Ergo, Miss Olga Orley conspired to cheat, not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shai Smith. Not only that, but not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it is not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim. What?
Wait, you don't mean the defendant isn't the accused, the witness, Miss Olga Orley, are you?
Time for justice. There were 3 people in the room at the scene of the incident. If Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means I am. The defense accuses the witness, Miss Olga Orley, of murder.
Well, I'm trying to save those gems so I can get my freaking ghost gowns dead.
Oh, wow.
That's why I've been saving my goddamn gems.
Mr. Payne? Where is your witness, Miss Olga Orley?
It appears she lost her, consciousness, Your Honor.
Mr. Justice?
Yes, Your Honor?
It seems you presented a new possibility to the court. One suggestion, a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith.
And that means?
The court cannot pronounce the verdict of a defendant at this time.
What? I did it. I held out.
I see no point in prolonging the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries.
Objection! Mr. Wright? You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet. What nonsense is the defendant feeling now? Think. One of the cards had a different color back. Don't you wonder what it means? What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raise the objection right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous!
Mr. Payne, you of all people should know, Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous. Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night.
As was said before, we altered between 2 decks of cards that night. That was before! The 2 decks of different colors of back. Red, blue, and red. 1 color per deck. Why use different colored backs? If we use the same cards of the two decks, might get mixed. You still use different colors, and they still got mixed. We used the red decks for the last game.
I see, but that's odd. For some reason, I have an impression that you were using the blue cards.
Yeah, me too. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards. Whatever. In the game, once card of the wrong color got into mix, which means there was cheating. Yes, a card slipping into the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yet this card raises 2 serious questions. Apollo? Yes? Let's consider the first question, shall we? Think, in the last game, when was the card swapped? When? There are 3 possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder. Well, yeah, thanks to new bulletin, Mr. Wright. Because it was swapped. Oh. It might be simple as you think, Mr. Payne, or it might be not. I like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the card was swapped? When was the card was swapped? Okay, if we consider the possibilities correctly, it was before the murder. Well, if I had this before the murder, I mean during the game, I wonder. Huh? Why? Huh? The back? Weren't they swapped during the murder? Okay. But I have a moment. Okay, so it was after the murder. Perhaps it happened after the murder? What is the point of cheating? Sure, that's true. Objection. Yeah, but tell me, how do you swap cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible. Ugh. If you pulled the game, you've been caught in no time. Quite true. That would mean the blue card in question was swapped after the hand that was shown after the murder. Okay, this is going past silly to straight on to crazy. Ask again, what's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would do that? Who indeed? That's the one of the mysteries before us. There was another? Yes, a simple, yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red cars for the blue car? Who? The game, the murder, is done. The victim is dead. Only 2 remain in the courtroom alive, that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, Olga Orley. Okay, so who's... Wait, what if it's someone else? The one who swapped the cars wasn't Mr. Raya, of course, and, well, if it doesn't, it could have been Orley either. What are you suggesting? It's her logical conclusion, I admit. As a defense, I think it only makes sense. I know, but she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just couldn't believe she got the wrong colors.
Is something you'd like to share to the court, Mr. Wright?
Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking how much fun all of this. Fun? How about confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. If this one who swapped the card wasn't the defendant, and it wasn't Miss Orley, then who was it?
Yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it?
Precisely. Huh? I believe what we're about to see this case take a new direction.
A new direction?
We'll find out indeed after the murder. Someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand. And that someone made 2 critical mistakes. I'm sure you're going to tell that the first was swapped the wrong color card. Because the one who did the swipe didn't know two colors of the cards are being used. The other mistake was the number of the cards. Right. The person placed the 5th ace with a king.
Anybody remember Bakugan or Bikugan? Bakugan? I feel like
I'm sure whoever...
Okay, I thought I was, like, pronouncing it wrong, but does anybody remember it used to air on Cartoon Network? I feel like maybe I'm going insane or crazy.
I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expected there was be a 5th ace after all. And all they knew that there was a game being won with a full house. So they picked up the king from the table and swapped it in. but that's the problem! According to our case record, this person doesn't exist! True, not until now, but you have to admit the possibility of a 4th person. Though, it's more than a possibility. There was someone there at the night of the scene of a crime. What?! I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. Do you make trials ridiculous, Mr. Wright?
This trial has proceeded on one circular assumption, namely, at the time of the incident, there was only 3 people in that room.
I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption.
The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court.
I suppose that is the problem, yes.
Court is adjourned for the brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in the chambers during the recess.
Certainly, Your Honor.
Very well. This trial will resume in 20 minutes.
Oh my god, my throat is about to hurt. Alright, let me save this. Alright, I think that's it for now. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit the like, comment, and if you guys new to this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any of my content. So, without further ado, this is Crimson Kirito of the Crimson Kirito Studios, hereby saying out. So, good night everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video.